Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for you to take your seats. The show is about to begin.
Musical lyrical lingo. Every episode a new bingo. Laugh and sing, go with the flow. Tune in as the memories grow.
Hello and welcome to Musical Lyrical Lingo. We're your hosts, Tim
And LJ, today and every week we will be discussing musicals, but specifically what they taught us.
We are back.
We are.
I wonder how many people got married between our last episode and this week.
Not getting married.
I'm not getting married today. I do want to get married. Just not today. How are we?
Yeah, we're good.
Good. No notes from Papa Bear this week,
Okay.
I have to say. So he's clearly gone back to not listening.
To not listening.
Podcast.
Okay.
No
Waiting in anticipation.
EP, Aaron either. He's recovering
He's
from his
recovering.
big birthday. Yeah, just the two of us.
Just the two of us. What
Only
is that
the
song?
two of us.
Oh, that's
We love you. We did that musical last episode.
I was thinking of Just the Two of Us by Will Smith. So, I mean, I was really keeping it musical there.
Yeah, we're a musical theatre podcast, Lauren.
I know.
If we're going to go into popular music, I'm not the right co-host.
Do you know what? I think my brain needs to be studied. So
I've said this for years.
well, I
Lauren.
know. So I have information in my head, but you see, whenever
Really?
yeah, but you see, like right there. See, if you asked me like 10 minutes ago, I probably could have told you about 5 songs that mentioned 2 people in it from a musical. Because I was put under pressure, my mind literally went blank. It was the same as, like, for those that know, and everybody knows, I'm learning Irish. I can have full-on conversations, right?
Yeah.
No, we're still highbrow, right? I'm still in and out. I said to my dad, I'm going to tell you my spiel here because I'm practicing for the Silver Fonia, which is like your oral speaking test in Irish. And I froze in front of my father. And I was like...
It's an age thing, Lauren. It's an age thing. Like, I can't remember what I had for breakfast.
5 minutes before that, I was speaking out.
Yeah, I know.
And then whenever I went... Oh, I need to know. I need to actually say it.
I know, but the problem I'm also having, which is so similar, and it's not great because I'm a teacher and stand in front of kids for a living, I can't say the word I'm thinking.
Oh.
Do you know when you get that
Yeah.
and you're like, and then you say a word and you're like, no, it's not that word.
Yeah.
It's, what's the word? It means this when and honestly, it's so frustrating.
The same thing happened in the bank today. I was like putting money into the bank for once. It's a rare occasion. And I like had to put the card in to put my PIN number in. I was like, I don't know it.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you where to find it. And
Yeah.
she goes, I'll just swipe it. I'll be able to access it. And then once she gave me all of the information back, I went, oh, I know it now. Like,
So, yeah.
we're getting old.
And like even reading like a sentence in your notes.
Yeah.
And like computing that sentence into my brain to take it out of my mouth.
Yeah.
I honestly... Let's
Anyway.
just call the whole thing
Let's
off.
call the whole thing off.
Let's talk about some fun musical news.
Tell us all.
Well, it's a very exciting time for lots of productions out there. Obviously, the Bobby Darin Just in Time musical opened in Broadway last year, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So they have announced the new Bobby Darin castings for Broadway. So Bobby Darin autobiography. See, there we go. The words in front of me,
Autobiography.
can my mouth actually say it? Autobiographical musical, directed by Alex Timber, is currently performing at the Circle in the Square. Great name for a theatre. And they have announced that Jonathan Groff's, he's going to be finishing on the 29th of March, and they've announced his successors. Very, very clever producers. So, Matthew Morrison is going to be taking over the role from the 1st to the 19th of April, followed by Jeremy Jordan beginning the 21st of April. 2 big Broadway hitters. Aren't they clever?
Yeah.
Aren't they clever? I just read that and I went, that is so...
Jeremy Jordan, does he have an end date?
No, it just says
Interesting.
from the beginning of 2013.
Yeah.
Why? What are your thoughts?
No. I thought
out in the
I
pod.
just thought it was interesting that whenever I originally seen it, I thought it was going to be 3 weeks of this person, 3 weeks of this person, and maybe something else. But the fact that Jeremy Jordan doesn't have an end date.
Think, although he won't like being called this, do you think Matthew Morrison's a bit of a filler? She nodded. We are also. Are we? What do we call it when we're not just an audio podcast?
Visual.
See, that's what I was saying. Words. I just can't compute. Are we a visual podcast as well as an? Or we're audio first.
We're audio first.
See, I'm getting into the lingo.
We're audio first.
Aren't you proud of
but
me?
we have like more social media, video.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we are an audio first podcast.
Audio first.
Good.
Podcast.
Get me, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I thought clever.
Yeah.
Other big news is Leslie Odom Jr. is coming back into the room where it happened.
Yeah.
So it was announced that the Broadway's original Aaron Burr, Leslie Odom Jr., will reprise the role he originated in Hamilton in New York for a strictly limited 9-week season. He has an end date, but he's doing it in the West End. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he will perform in the show from the 3rd of July to the 5th of September. And this is Leslie Odom Jr. making his West End debut.
I was going to say it. I was like, I don't think he's done anything in the West End before. And sometimes they do like limited runs as a way to like tick that off. And I suppose you might as well go into a musical that you originated rather than like do
it's quite
something.
Nice, isn't it?
I think so.
Am I going to spend the unreasonable ticket prices to go and see it? No. What I would spend, the probably not so unreasonable ticket prices, but I mean they should be charging mega bucks for this. High School Musical is returning with a brand new production.
I know.
This excites me. I loved High School Musical back in the day.
Do you know, it is a great musical. You did a really good, you and your dad did a great production of it. Was yours the premiere?
I think I don't know if it was. No, I don't know if it was. I think maybe somebody did it just before us.
Okay.
The amateur premiere you're obviously talking about, because we didn't. We're not.
Not to prove
We're not big big name producers. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. I loved it.
I loved it too.
And yeah, I love High School Musical.
Yeah.
And you know what? I love that it's kind of getting its day again, because for a while it was kind of like it was everywhere and everybody was sick of it.
And then it kind of got a bit
and
of
then it fizzled and people were like, I don't know, High School Musical. And you're like, what?
And they also, some people also turned their nose up at it. And then a whole generation went by where you mentioned High School Musical and they're like, what?
Yeah.
What's that? And I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Stick to the status quo.
Absolutely.
Get your head in the game.
It's a great musical.
Yeah.
It really is. But I also think the surge in, in case you don't know, High School Musical was a Disney original.
Yeah.
Kenny Ortega.
Yeah.
And he has then done Descendants, which has got this whole big...
Okay, so do you think people who have got into Descendants has seen the Kenny Ortega, looked at what else he's done, and discovered High School Musical?
Yeah, so my eldest is 14, and loved Descendants whenever she was about 6 whenever Descendants came out. So now at this sort of tail end of like the newer Descendants to come out, she's probably not in that zeitgeist anymore. But obviously was obsessed with it, loved it. So now is like, oh yeah, High School Musical is of her age
and
range
she had no idea about High School Musical.
No, she kind of knew it, but she wasn't like,
I want to watch it.
No, she watched it like a little bit, like definitely, but there's maybe it's okay to like High School Musical now.
It's cool again.
That's it, yeah.
Well, Hope Mill Theatre and the Lorry think it's kind of cool again, because they are set to stage the first UK non-replica production of Disney's High School Musical, marking 2 decades since the film's original release.
Crazy.
It's meant we are old.
I know.
We are old.
I know.
I'm sorry, but
I know.
I've never felt it more than recently. I'm going
crazy.
2 decades.
Yeah.
High School Musical was 2 decades ago.
Yeah.
What? So the production will run in the Lorry in Salford from the 21st of August to the 13th of September. September, birthday month.
Big birthday too.
Not so big. The venue's Lyric Theatre will be reconfigured for the production with an immersive basketball court.
Oh, I'm so intrigued.
That includes on-stage seating and an extended playing space.
Do you think they're going to do the whole thing set inside the gym?
Yes. So then I was reading this and I went, have we not talked about this on the pod? What musical were we talking about? An immersive production of this musical would be brilliant.
Oh.
And it was in like a school gym was it
Footloose?
Was it
No.
Footloose or was it the prom? Did we talk about the prom or something?
The prom. Was it? I don't know why Footloose just came to my head. It was Carrie.
It was Carrie.
I'm trying to think like all of the school ones we've just done there.
We talked about it in the school hall and start at the end and like work your way backwards.
It was Carrie.
Yeah.
It was Carrie.
Maybe they listened to us and they went, oh, we'd work for High School
Musical, yeah.
Also quite exciting is the casting. So Tobias Turley has been cast as Troy and he won that Mamma Mia.
Here we go again, singing for a star,
thingy,
whatever it was.
And he went into Mamma Mia in the West End. And you've also got Luke Bayer as Ryan, who he's had, with everyone's talking about Jamie and various others. Leonore Correa. No, that's so not the pronunciation of that person's name.
I don't know if I knew her. I think I was like,
is Gabriella and Caitlin Tipping as Sharpay.
Yeah, Sharpay.
Like the characters in High School Musical are class,
One of I really, really, because they're at that age as well. I really wanted my two, especially for like a Christmas there in Stage School, to do the Sharpay song that was kind of treading.
Bop, bop, bop.
No, the one from High School Musical 3.
Oh, 3, I don't really know.
Where it's like...
I was getting too old at that point. It was not cool to like High School
Apart
Musical.
for me, of course. Say, wait, we're so old, I can't even remember.
We should have like a wee High School Musical, like, see, there we go again. Words come out of my mouth. Like, it's in my head, I can't get it out. Marathon. The High School Musical marathon some night. We should watch all 3 back to back.
Do you know what I've just done too?
What, you've done that without
sold all of Caitlin's original like High School Musical DVDs.
I've got Disney Plus.
Okay, perfect.
Last piece of musical theatre. Oh, Mary.
Yes.
Yeah, has announced new casting and extension in the West End. So Tony winner Cole Escola's smash hit Broadway comedy Oh Mary has extended its run in the West End, with the production now booking until the 18th of July 2026. Mason Alexander Park, who's currently leads the cast as Mary Todd Lincoln, in Escola's riotous crowd pleaser, hailed as 80 minutes of perfectly judged silliness. But interestingly, when Mason Alexander Park finishes their run, Catherine Tate will take over the role of the show.
And is
from
that the
27th of
Is that the
April.
first female that's going to be playing Mary?
I think it's possibly is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the facts on Oh Mary.
Yeah, I think it might be the first female.
There you go.
Identifying female. Yeah.
So there we go. There's your musical theatre news.
And obviously you must be filming, are you?
What am I filming?
Because they're doing a behind the scenes of searching for Billy and Billy Elliot. So
I'm not contractually. I'm not allowed to pass comment. Why are you laughing?
Because in my head, I would actually wet my pants. I was watching a search for Billy, and you
do you know what came into my head there though? And I hope nobody ever finds him. During COVID, Stage School did this. They announced they put a musical out, and you had to use what you had at home to take a picture of yourself. And honestly, my Billy Elliot one was inspired.
I can't remember your Billy Elliot one.
Oh my goodness. I used plastic bags and made a tutu and everything. I was Michael.
Oh,
and I
I
had
do
the
remember
plastic
it now.
bags as
I
the
do
two-
remember it now.
two- If we ever find the picture, I might allow you to
Yeah.
share it on.
Do you remember
social
my Billy
media.
Elliot one?
No, what was yours?
So remember the whole family got involved in our ones?
Yes.
So Aaron,
Lauren's were particularly class.
so Aaron was the dad, I was the dance teacher, Ethan was Billy, and then CJ was one of the like belly dancers in the background.
Fun.
They were great.
Your Adams family and Mary Poppins
Yeah.
were a particular highlights of mine.
Yeah. It
But
was so
but
fun.
my Michael from Billy
That's
Elliot
right, I remember
was
it now.
inspired.
Your Fester was the best one.
Oh, but sure, I've smothered I can't speak. I cannot speak. I'm doing a podcast and I can't talk.
Cinnacream.
I sure smothered Sudocrem all over my face and it started to burn the face off me. I was like, I need to get this off now.
Take the picture.
And I was taking the picture myself. So it was on my own.
Take the
Anyway, oh, what fun times.
picture.
Shall we move on to fun times?
Yeah. And I'm going to introduce a little new thing into the pod. So we're going to mention what the musical is.
Right.
Okay, so we're just going to say the title and then we're going to go overall thoughts.
Okay.
Because I think sometimes we go, oh, I love this musical, right? And then it kind of gets caught or whatever. So I think we say the musical and then we go overall thoughts.
And you do that at the beginning before we talk about it?
Yeah, because you can have like an overall thought.
Fine.
Okay. The Last 5 Years
By Jason Robert Brown.
by Jason Robert Brown. Overall thoughts. And we'll move on. Okay.
But you didn't give me, what's your overall thoughts?
I struggle with this musical. I like a couple of the songs.
Okay. I see, this is why we work. Because my overall thought is, I can't get the words out. I know what I want to say and I can't get the words out. Underrated is the wrong word. But I think I underrated this musical.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
think actually it deserves more attention than I've ever given it.
Okay.
Is
And
that
do you-
fair?
Yes. So I think that's what I'm trying to do with this sort of like new feature. Have you come?
Sorry.
Have you kind of come to
Totally
that?
balls it up, haven't I?
No. Have you kind of come to that from your research?
Yes.
Okay.
So my history of this musical is I have never listened to it from start to finish.
Okay. Yeah.
I have never listened to it from start to finish. As you say, some lovely songs, some in the musical theatre world, some quite iconic songs or go-to songs. Like if you have an audition, somebody will always sing, I'm still hurting.
And it was a very popular GCSE song
Was it?
for Caitlin's sort of year
Yeah,
group.
okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, so because Jason Robert Brown, and he's done it many times before, he's fantastic at songwriting and he's done the music, the lyrics and the book for this musical.
Yep.
And because obviously when we get into it, the way the show is written and the run of the show and the concept of the show, it's very easy to pull a song out of it and just perform
Yes.
it isolated from anything else. But as a piece, I had never listened to the soundtrack from start to finish. And I've listened to it 3 times now.
Oh, okay.
And I have gone and watched the movie just because I have no idea how they're doing this as a film.
Okay. Yeah. Because the film is slightly different to the stage production.
Yeah, but it still follows the same concept.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's a really
No.
long-winded answer to your question.
No, I like it. And the reason I wanted to like include this bit in is because then I think because we do a lot of research before we come here, so then it kind of like gives us like sets us up for the what we go to talk about
I have
here.
learned so much about so many musicals, and I thought I knew musicals.
Yeah.
But I think now that we're in season 3, we are delving deeper in season 4. We've done 4 seasons.
I know, are we in season 3?
We're in
Never mind.
season 3. Your head's a Marley.
That's okay.
But you know what I mean? We are starting to delve further into the world of musical theatre. Do you know what I mean? We're not. We have. You know, we've done the ones everybody knows.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is why I'm still amazed we have the number of listeners we have. Because, you know, if you're still here, lovely listeners, it's because...
You have a love of musicals too.
Yeah. Or a love of us.
Or a
we
love
love
of us.
you too.
I mean, it's not that my overall thoughts of, I like this musical, but I don't love this musical.
Okay.
And I think it could be that I just don't love either of the characters. I just don't connect with them.
Okay.
I find sometimes Jason Robert Brown, I like his music and I like his songs, but I think I like them more isolated rather than whenever I hear them all together. Sometimes it jars me a little bit.
Okay.
I can't listen to the album from start to finish.
Oh wow.
I have to go skip on to the next song.
No, whereas I was completely intrigued and hooked, which is why I listened to it again a further 2 times. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm just not too sure how I feel about it. I
mean, when I don't know if you realised what you were doing, but when because Lauren kind of suggested the next 2 musicals, so you suggested Company and then Last 5 Years, and they're kind of within the same realm of relationships.
Venn diagram, definitely.
Like I was like,
New York.
Did she know what she was doing? No, exactly.
No.
So, like Company, we talked about in the last episode, like you know, marriage came up and relationships, and here we are. The last 5 years is an intimate 2-person musical, which explores a 5-year relationship between Jamie Willerstein, a rising novelist, and Cathy, a struggling actress. And it's about them. It's about a relationship, a 5-year relationship.
Yeah.
And it's not. It isn't about a couple as much as it's about a representative. Like the individuals within.
Yes.
A couple.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's about Cathy and it's about Jamie.
Yeah.
It's about their relationship.
And their highs and their lows of love. And the musical doesn't tread a feel-good path.
Yeah.
But it reflects how a relationship evolves from a romantic spark to the despair as the spark fades.
Yeah.
What I never understood about this show, and was it you said, but I think you told me
that it's
before I then researched it. So the show uses a form of storytelling which Jamie's story is told in chronological order, starting from just after the couple have first met, whereas Cathy's story is told in reverse chronological order. So at the beginning of the show, she's at the end of the marriage and he's just walked out. He's just taken his bags and he's gone.
Yeah, so Cathy's story moves in reverse. She starts at the end of the marriage and ends with their first date.
Yeah.
Jamie's story starts chronologically. He starts at the moment they meet and ends with him leaving the marriage.
Yeah.
So his music is always high energy, arrogant and full of success, and hers is soulful, melancholy and full of doubt.
Yeah.
And I think it's such a clever concept
So
as
clever.
well. And it kind of allows you then to see the characters as individuals rather than, even though, as you said, it is about a marriage, it's not about, you're not watching a relationship on stage.
No, because the only time the characters don't directly interact except for the wedding song in the middle of the show and in the middle of when their timelines intersect.
Yeah, in the song 10 minutes and it's only for 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. And it's sung through and there's minimal spoken dialogue and there's no interval. And the songs range from witty to poignant. So you do have that mix of comedy and, hard hitting. And that was why I was intrigued to listen to it, because when I understood the setup of it and the order of their stories and how one was going backwards and one... I was like, I think I'll understand it a wee bit more, and I did, and I went, okay, so this is the next bit in her. It worked for me.
Okay.
In 2014, a film adaptation directed by Richard LaGravenese, starring Anna Kendrick and Jeremy Jordan, was released. Kendrick and Jordan sang 11 of the 14 songs live on set.
Yeah.
And Betsy Wolfe and Sherry Rennie Scott, who was an executive producer of the film, they had both played Cathy on stage, and they both made cameos in the film. And Jason Robert Brown also made a cameo as a piano player. And it's very funny because one of Cathy's songs is her in an audition, and it's not going very well. And she's like, who is this penis? Why does he hate me? Yeah. And it was Jason Robert Brown. Yeah. I thought that was quite funny.
I always think I think we've discussed this before. There's some musicals that get a musical adaptation quite quickly. Now, this was 2001 musical, and it was 2014 was the film. Yeah. But that's still pretty quick for a new musical. Yeah. And I'm like, why was that one turned into a movie?
And I don't know why. And I remember when it came out going, the last 5 years, like, why have they made that a musical? And I clearly didn't rush to watch it, did I? And like, if there's a musical adaptation, we rush to watch it, don't we, Lauren? Yeah. But I just never had an interest in the last 5 years. And I only went and watched it when I had listened to it. And I went, but how are they going to do that on film?
Yeah. So the movie is slightly different because they are in the same proximity as each other in the movie. Isn't that right? Like this in the scenes, they still interact.
So the story, her story, he's still in it.
Yes, well, in the stage version,
they do
apart from in that one bit. So,
but I think they needed to do that.
Yeah, or else it would have just been.
Yeah, but it still jumps back and forward on a time scale, if you know what I mean, depending on whose song it is.
Yeah, he's there, but he's not interacting with her as such. It was interestingly inspired by Brown's failed marriage to Teresa O'Neill. So, and O'Neill's, I mean, for not overly known or seen show, it's got quite the history, doesn't it? So O'Neill sued Brown on grounds that the story of the musical violated non-disparagement and non-disclosure agreements within their divorce decree by representing her relationship with Brown too closely. Brown in turn sued O'Neill for interfering with his creative work and his creative process. As part of the legal settlement for both suits, Brown removed all references of Cathy being Irish Catholic and changed the song I Could Be in Love with Someone Like You to Shiksa Goddess.
Shiksa Goddess in order to reduce similarities between the character and O'Neill.
Yep.
So there we go.
It is said that these are maybe two people who should never have been together or not married, and that is kind of a decision that you make about them at the end. You know? But my musical lyrical lingos, if you're happy to move on to them.
What about production? Do we need to say when it came about?
I don't have that.
That's okay. So, the original production...
Chicago.
It premiered in Chicago, Northlight Theatre in 2001 and then was produced off-Broadway in March 2002. Since then, it's had numerous productions, both in the United States and internationally, and a Broadway production in 2025. The production in Chicago starred Lauren Kennedy as Cathy and Norbert Leo Butts as Jamie. When the show opened off-Broadway in the Minetta Theatre on March 2nd, 2002, closing on the 5th of May that year. It was directed by Harold Prince's daughter, Daisy Prince. This was another connection I thought you were making, because obviously Company, Harold Prince directed it. Harold Prince's daughter directed this one.
I know.
Anyway, Butts again starred alongside Sherry Rennie Scott.
That's right.
Because Kennedy was unable to reprise her role due to her taking the role in South Pacific in London. An off-Broadway production, the off-Broadway production won 2002 Drama Desk Award for Outstanding Music and Lyrics, as well as receiving nominations for Outstanding Musical, Actor, Actress, Orchestrations, and Set Design. It also received Lucille Lortel Award nomination for Outstanding Musical and Outstanding Actor, and an Outer Critics Circle Award nomination for Outstanding Off-Broadway Musical. Now, in the West End, it had an off-West End production in 2016, headlined by Jonathan Bailey as Jamie and Samantha Barks as Cathy in the St James Theatre. It was directed by Brown himself. He kind of likes to do that a bit. This stage called the production Poignant, turning each song into a masterclass of storytelling. And I can see if it's done right, it can be. And I think that's why it's so popular with auditions and stuff like that.
And I also think that those two are really good storytellers, Jonathan Bailey
well, they
and
said
Samantha.
with Bailey, a real vocal surprise with his haunting renditions, If I Didn't Believe in You and Nobody Needs to Know. They called the production a knockout and a two-handed tour de force. With like 5-star reviews. It won the What's on Stage Award for Best off West End Production in 2017. And a video of Bailey's audition singing If I Didn't Believe in You was loaded to YouTube in 2017 and has since gone viral. I wonder why that might be. Mr. Fierro.
And sexiest man.
And sexiest man in the world. Broadway, I mean... Do we talk about this? Broadway did have a 2025 revival at the Hudson Theatre, starring Nick Jonas as Jamie and Adrienne Warren as Cathy. She was Tina Turner, wasn't she? Yeah. The production received a Drama League Award nomination for Outstanding Revival of a Musical, while Jonas and Warren each received nominations for Outstanding Performance.
There's a slime tutorial.
Is there? Did you watch it? Was it worth watching?
It was very stripped back.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as we've already mentioned on the pod, it's the 25th anniversary of this musical. So they're doing a 25th anniversary concert. Why not? Sure, we love a musical theatre concert.
Ben Platt
of Dear Evan Hansen and Parade fame, joining Rachel Ziegler in the concert. And as we've said on the pod, it'll be held in the Hollywood Bowl on the 3rd of April, Radio City Music Hall, the 6th and the 7th. And it is in the Palladium just before it crosses the water from March 24th to 29th. Done. What did you learn about it?
Okay, so I suppose in Shiksa Goddess, it mentions the JCC, which is the Jewish Community Centre, which serves as the hub for cultural education and social activities within the local Jewish community. Shiksa Goddess was also a collection of essays by Wendy Wosterson, and is also a Yiddish term for non-Jewish women. So a lot of people maybe have problems with this song because this is where Jamie is not seeing Cathy. He sees what she's not rather than what she is. So he's delighted that she's not Jewish.
Yeah.
Because then he's like, and the list of names that he gives, like Heather Greenblatt and Karen Pincus, all the names are very Jewish names, and they're also examples of Jewish cliches.
Yeah. And he makes it very clear I'm breaking my mother's heart. You know, she's heartbroken that he isn't in love with a Jewish girl. Yeah. Clearly that's a very important thing for his mother and his family.
So, I think maybe that's where I kind of struggle. I'm like, he never really mentions what he likes about her. He likes all the things that she doesn't represent.
Yeah. Oh, listen, I think you're 100% right in that. I don't think I don't think you're rooting for one or the other. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Which I think in a way is balanced and fair.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I think it would be really sad if, he painted one character in such a a much more pleasurable way. The only thing that I would say maybe trumps in Cathy's favour is the fact that he does eventually cheat on her.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think that's the only thing. I think for him, he's an egotistical kind of person.
Yeah.
And he does think of himself.
Yeah.
But I also think for her, she's
maybe not super supportive in his
not
fame.
super supportive, and also she's quite a negative character with, her failing, career as a wannabe actress.
Yeah.
And she's very negative towards that. And even at times he's like, no, I believe in you, but this is what you need to do.
Yeah.
You need to help yourself a bit.
Yeah.
Does that make, is that
and
fair
there's only so
comment?
much you can do. Yeah.
Is that a fair comment?
Yeah,
and
I think
it's like,
so.
no, you've been told what you need to do. You've been offered this support. You've been offered this help, but you're not doing anything with it.
Yeah.
You're just... You're wallowing in your own self-pity. Is that fair?
Yeah.
And I think
so.
we know, listen, if you're going to be an actress, like, it's not easy. Like, you've got to be tough, and you got to keep going.
Take the jobs in Ohio because you're still going to learn from them.
Yeah, exactly.
Funny, I was listening to a podcast recently, and it was about some child actors, and they were so caught up years ago on the fact that they had to be doing different types of work because they were child actor, and they didn't really want that. Oh, you can only do sitcoms or whatever.
Yeah.
They're like, if they could go back and talk to themselves, now they would say take any work, because as long as you're acting, you're learning.
Exactly.
But there was a real stigma against sort of maybe that genre, or them moving from 4-camera into or from multi-camera into single camera. And I was like, that is true. As long as you're doing an aspect of your job, it shouldn't matter and I think we've said this before, it doesn't matter if it's in the West End or Broadway. If you're performing, you're performing. As long as if you're a professional and you're getting paid for it. I mean, you expect professionals to not be getting paid for it.
No, exactly.
But it doesn't matter where you are, as long as you are doing the work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Doing the work.
In that Shiksa Goddess, he sings, if your mother and your brother had relations with each other and your father was connected to the Gotti clan, I'd say, well, nobody's perfect. He's kind of painting this picture of all these awful things. You're gold dust, you're great in comparison to all these things. But that Gotti clan, so John Gotti was a mobster in the 1980s and was the head of the infamous Gambino crime family, one of the most successful mafia outfits in the US. Did you know that?
No.
I didn't know that either. So there you go.
Yeah, the clocks move in different directions in some productions. Depending on who's singing,
just in case
show,
you're really thick, and
just in case you can't get it.
Make it really obvious, for the idiots in the audience.
Jamie tells the story about the tailor Shmuel.
Shmuel.
He is given magic thread to make a dress, but he waits too long for the perfect day and almost misses his chance. This is a made-up story. I thought maybe it was real, but no, made-up story. The song represents Jamie's desire to help Cathy, as you talked about, but also reflects that power imbalance.
Because he compares Shmuel to Cathy later in the song, doesn't he? Right at the very end is when you see that comparison. Yeah.
And Jason Robert Brown wrote the songs, and in particularly this one, to reflect the characters' mental games. Their mental genres. So Jamie is all jazz, rock, which is kind of about the New York success, and Cathy is more folk and classical, which is to represent the isolation. We do this all the time. How did we do these links of New York City and isolation in two musicals? Anyway,
I also thought it was quite clever. So they sing and as part of the made-up story, and Shmuel cried through the rush of tears, take me back all 41 years. And Cathy's been going back through the past 5 years of her life and relationships throughout the show, just as Shmuel wishes to go back in time. And I thought, very clever, Jason Robert Brown. That's clever.
Yeah, it is. In a part of that, Now can I read my own writing here? The line is staring catatonic out the windows. Did I say that right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is like called a neuropsychiatric syndrome, which is often linked to like bipolar depression or some autoimmune diseases. It's when you're awake but unresponsive. I was like, oh, didn't know that there was a word for that. Sometimes I feel like I'm awake but unresponsive. Yeah. Anyway,
I went quite deep because I had two like overriding musical lyrical lingos about this show and about this relationship. And I suppose if you were to go to therapy and they were to present this, I think these are the two overriding themes or things that you can take from it. Is the first one was the inevitability of compromise and change. So like the musical illustrates that love is not merely a fairy tale. It requires constant and often challenging work. It highlights how personal growth, success and insecurity can either cause a couple to grow together or slowly pull them apart.
Absolutely.
And it was, Jamie's personal growth, success, insecurity from Cathy, in that she wasn't getting the job, she wasn't getting the work, that, he needed to balance her to help. But actually that is what pulled them apart. I think it was his lack of understanding and consideration for her situation.
Yeah. And I suppose for her too. I feel like in a part of that song is all about accommodating. Yeah. And like Cathy is want to be accommodating, but she feels like by celebrating his success that she won't have success then. And then I think that this kind of made me go, well, that there's a real life lesson in that. If you have to support your partner, or when you support your partner, it doesn't mean that you need to shrink.
No.
Like your partner's ego shouldn't get in the way of your dreams and aspirations. Like if anybody feels that because and like things happen like in relationships all the time where like maybe somebody is like up and somebody's down, but at no point should somebody want to be successful and then that means that they're stamping on their partner, or at no point should you not be rooting for your partner.
Well, I think that's one of my favorite things of being in a relationship is championing the other person and celebrating their successes or supporting them in their endeavors. Like that's what is so exciting about being in a relationship, right?
Well, that's what I love too, because I feel that we can see our partners in a much better light than they see themselves. So you're like going, no, but you're good at you can do this, of course. So you're constantly, not constantly, but you are like their little cheerleader and vice versa. Like, well, I know like Aaron will say stuff to me and I'm like, oh yeah, okay.
Same.
Like,
absolutely.
So at no point do I ever feel like I have to be quiet or shy away in order for him to succeed. In fact, actually the nicest thing about building a life together is that we do everything together, whether it's the hard moments or the really spectacular moments.
And like communication's part of that, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think that was the other thing that I took from this was like the idea of this miscommunication being the silent killer.
That's it.
Or the silent destroyer of a relationship. And that is what happened to Cathy and Jamie. Despite being madly in love, Cathy and Jamie failed to communicate effectively. Yeah. The show shows that loving someone is not enough if you can't understand their perspective or support their needs. Yeah. Particularly as their careers move in opposite directions. Yeah. His is soaring, hers is struggling. Yeah. And in the song, If I Didn't Believe in You, Jamie signs about this communication. But what's it really about? Is it really about a party, Cathy? can you please for a minute stop blaming and say what you feel? Because she's blaming the fact that she has to go to a party, but that's not actually the crux of the problem.
Yeah.
And she's not communicating it to her. Jamie reveals that in the relationship they're struggling to communicate. He implies that Cathy has often used surface level problems as a segue into an argument where she indirectly reveals her deeper feelings. In this song, Jamie correctly guesses that the issue at hand is not the party itself, but the fact that Cathy is worried that she will not be successful and instead is beginning to resent Jamie's success. Obviously, this song hits a nerve with Cathy, though, who, though off stage, seemingly does not reply to his insensitive pleas for her to go to the party with him. This song also lands one of the most devastating, harshest, and most brutally honest lyrics of the show. Do you know what I'm going to say?
No.
Jamie tells Cathy that he won't stop himself from enjoying his success because Cathy can't achieve any. This is the biggest reason he leaves her. He sings, no one can give you courage, no one can thicken your skin. I will not fail so that you can be comfortable, Cathy.
Yeah.
I will not lose because you can't win.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
But I think
he
also,
just sing that?
but I think also
But
as
it's
well,
true.
whenever you think like sometimes there is a breaking point. If you're trying to help somebody and they just aren't willing to accept the help.
You have to help yourself.
Yeah.
To
So
a
sometimes
certain extent.
it is somebody's just gonna got a crack. But yeah, interesting fun fact. So the song "Nobody Needs to Know." This is said in Hamilton.
Oh.
Nobody needs to know.
Oh, yeah.
And that is, he phoned up, Lin-Manuel Miranda phoned up Jason Robert Brown because he's a huge fan and said, can I put in the music?
No, that's
Yep.
a class.
So that is said in Hamilton as Hamilton is beginning his affair. And then obviously this song is about Jamie's affair.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
And Ohio throughout the whole show is a metaphor. Ohio to New York City is a bit of a distance, and it represents that one person is stuck while the other person is soaring.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, I feel for Cathy a bit because it is very difficult to see him going from strength to strength and she's really struggling.
Yeah. I'm wondering, would you feel sorry for if it was done? They were singing this songs. So her last song was her first song, and his first song was if they were both.
Yeah.
Would you feel, because you would see him walk out in her? Well, the fact that it's both done that way, he's kind of put the spin on it to be like they're both just as bad as each other because they're passing. They didn't communicate well.
No, I don't think one can take the blame
from
off the other. I think there are
right people, wrong time.
Yeah, and that idea
Time.
of like the miscommunication being that silent destroyer and compromise and change. Like that's what
relationships are.
Relationships are.
Absolutely.
Do you think we need to be a relationship podcast? We could use the power of musical theatre to inform.
Whenever we run out of musicals, we'll turn it into that.
Okay, which folks, don't worry, we're not near that stage yet.
Stand ovations.
Yeah, I actually put Sherry, Rennie Scott, and Norbert Leo Butts.
I love him
because they are brilliant.
Yeah.
And that's the cast recording that I listened to. They are sublime. I actually also like the last song, Goodbye Until Tomorrow, which is what she's singing, and it's overlapped with him singing I Could Never Rescue You.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful, beautiful, haunting song.
Yeah.
And I like in the next 10 minutes and If I Didn't Believe in You.
I like See I'm Smiling, a part of that, and I do like Nobody Needs to Know.
Yeah.
I like the more musical, I like the music of Nobody Needs to Know.
I also like his moving too fast.
Yeah.
And I think, I mean, I do like Still Hurting, but I just feel it's overplayed.
Yeah.
And it's oversung now. Or not oversung, that's the wrong word, but it's sang a lot by a lot of people.
It is, yeah. And I think, again, this is something like Caitlin and I have this conversation a lot when helping kids prepare for auditions or for musical theatre exams. Choosing a song that is within your range is really important, but also that you have like some sort of life experience with. Like, I don't think 14-year-olds need to be singing that song.
They shouldn't be singing that song, you're right.
So, it needs to be somebody that's just a wee bit older, a wee bit more worldly.
Yeah.
A wee bit more worldly.
But do you know what? Thank you to the pod for making me delve into it a wee bit deeper than I ever gave it credit for, because actually I think it deserves more of my credit than my credit. Like, who am I? But you know what I mean?
Important person.
You know, I don't think I would have listened to it from start to finish as a whole piece.
Yeah.
Other than you suggested we do this next on the pod. Do you know what I mean? Which is why I love the art pod, because it's what we do. Also, to be fair, like the film wasn't like a waste of my time.
Okay.
Have you seen it? Have you watched it?
Yes, I have, but maybe whenever it first came out, like on Prime or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like it was definitely. See, I think Caitlin likes it. I could get this wrong. I know that she has sang it a lot, but yeah, and I'm a Anna Kendrick
I hope
fan.
she's not singing it.
No,
When
she
her-
sang
her-
it. She sang it for a couple of people's like GCSE.
I know, but her husband is now called Jamie. She can't be singing Jamie is over and Jamie is gone. That's not okay.
I know. Yeah, no. She's definitely not singing it.
She can't sing that song anymore.
Definitely not. Yeah, but I probably should have like watched it before. But I think as well, I was like, I'm not going to watch it because I have seen it before. And yeah, it doesn't make me feel great. So sometimes if I'm not mentally stable, it's not good to like listen to musicals.
It's not a happy, clappy one, like, for sure.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was our first Jason Robert Brown.
Was it?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
It was. It definitely was.
Have we not done others?
No. I'm pretty sure that was our first Jason Robert Brown.
Right, okay. Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Which, there you see, we're never running out of musicals.
You see, I do like a bit of Jason Robert Brown.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mr. Jason Robert Brown, we haven't discussed you until now.
I know.
Well, we just have to do another one.
Well.
Maybe not next week.
No, not next week.
We've got to go. Sparkles, shiny, glitz and glamour, happy.
Yeah, I think so.
Happy clappy, yeah.
I think
for the next episode, because we've. Not that company's a downer.
It's not. No, it's deep.
And very relationship heavy.
Yeah.
I feel like a marriage counsellor now.
So maybe we need something like superficial. Like just
superficial.
On the surface.
And on the surface.
With lots of, maybe here we should just do the Steps musical.
Now, don't you start.
I know on one of our social medias on our YouTube, I put up the clip about how I felt about that musical, and somebody just wrote underneath it, rude.
Correct. I 100% concur.
I was like, I stick by it.
Not at all. Bum 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 bum. Pussycat Dolls are coming back.
They are. Oh. They are. Yeah.
I'm delighted.
I suppose Aaron. Maybe you two could go together.
We're going. That's it. It's fine. 8th of October, Dublin. I know the date and everything.
Not too short after a big birthday of yours.
I don't have a big birthday. Until next week, I'm away to cry in the corner.
Thanks.
Until then,
bye.
Tune in as the memories grow.